What's up, Vaquero Nation? Tony, Fabian, and Ben here once again to recap the UTRGV second game of the year. This episode is sponsored by Vaquero Outfitters. You can go to 1516 West University Drive for all things UTRGV. Get your orange on.
Get it on one at a time.
One at a time.
Actually, no, probably maybe, I don't know, 100 at a time.
Two or three at a time?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, a few months ago, I'll tell you one at a time, but I mean, I see UTRGV stuff at church. So,
Amen.
yeah, amen. Amen. That's right.
All right, so UTRGV just finished their second game this week. If you didn't watch it on TV, you could go look at the highlights in the game cast. They got off to a 17-0 lead. Yep. Looked like they were going to blow them out again. And then second half was a different story. So I know you guys watched the game. Talk to me about what your initial thoughts were at the beginning of the game, and then it kind of has as it led on.
Yeah, I think, in the beginning of the game, I thought, like you said, they were going to roll again. After the second quarter, or going into the second quarter, you kind of saw a little bit of a lag again, or not a little bit of lag, but I think, the other team kind of obviously was figuring things out. But the beauty of it is that, like we talked about last week, I know Ben was saying, are they going to get punched in the mouth or not? Well, how are they going to react? And I think that was an awesome example of they got punched in the mouth, coming into the second half, and they were able to kind of, take the punch and then keep on going.
Yeah, I think that the word adjustment was correct. Prairie View adjusted, yep. Then UTRGV adjusted to them. While we were stalling, and maybe our third down numbers weren't as hot as they could be, but we found a way, and you get that's the name of the game. You find a way to win. Doesn't matter how, find a way to win.
What did we learn, if anything, from this game?
I think it gives the players confidence, and it gives the players I guess a different mindset because, again, they do have that confidence now that, hey, we may get behind or we may get hit or we may get, figured out, but we're going to do the same thing back to them. So I think a lot of these players were able to kind of adjust to it. And, again, I have to give the praise to Marburger. I mean, I think he is the one, like we talked about last week, where, he has the experience. He has that poise, sitting back there, and he was able to kind of lead this team. But at the end of the day, if I want to give the credit to somebody to keep these guys in the game, it's a defense, man. That defense, did so much. And again, they bent a little bit, but they didn't break 100%. So I think that defense is hopefully got that confidence to be able to do this again.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think that what needs to be known here is that we went from playing Sol Ross to now we went into SWAC.
Yeah. Yep.
On
the road.
On the road. We found a way to kind of scare them a little bit. But then again, we kind of wanted this test too.
Yeah.
We wanted that test. So it was perfect. I think it was a great game in total. I think that the adjustments were correct. I think the coaches did a fantastic job. And here we are, 2-0 now.
Yep. Do you think this messes with or gives confidence to the players that, wow, we got off to a big lead, and then all of a sudden they lost it? They were up 17-0,
yep.
And they lost the lead and didn't get it back till 2 minutes left in the fourth. So is it more of a testament to coming back, or we lost the lead and we could have lost it?
I mean, I think it gives the players confidence not only in themselves and their teammates, but it gives the players a confidence in their coaches, man. And like he said, I mean, it was a chess game because, their coach adjusted to, whatever we were doing in offense. And I think Coach Bush did the same thing. Coach Bush, came back and said, oh, shit, like, what's going on, guys? And I think he adjusted. He was able to figure out, okay, this is what we need to do. And those players listened. You can tell they again, going back to what I said last week, very disciplined group, that they're able to be told what they have to do to adjust, and that adjustment's easy to make with players like that.
And it says a lot. It says a lot when a player, when you're up 17-0, then all of a sudden you get stung by the bee, and you're just like, whoa, what happened? And then the coaches can calm down, calm the team down and say, hey, everybody relax. This is player game, one play at a time.
Yep. Yeah.
One play at a time.
So we went on a 17-0 run. They went on a 21-3 run to take the lead, and not till 2 minutes left in the fourth did we actually come back and take the lead back. Were any vulnerabilities exposed on our team, or is this a matter of just like growing pains of a new team, putting it together? Like how do you lose a lead, get it back, and maintain your mental psyche?
I think we also got to remember that a lot of our guys have not been on the field for 2 years. A lot of our guys, I mean, we're the younger crowd, no doubt.
Yeah.
We're the younger crowd. So for them to come back in a big game like this, because Prairie View has many more seniors than we do, juniors than we do, In a big game, it's the young kids, young guys, young guys that said, "Hey, you know what? Let's get on the saddle and let's go. You know, we gotta keep moving." And even if it was only 2 minutes left.
And I think, again, it goes back to the experience. They put that experience on Marburger. You know, there was that one big first down that he got. You know, it was one of those things where he was not going to be denied. And it was obvious. He knew the situation. He knew what that situation meant. And he got that first down knowing what it needed to be. That was to end the game. That wasn't to win it, but that was to end the game. But you also have a defensive guy like, I think it's Prosser. I may be mispronouncing that. But you have a defensive guy to go out there and have the mindset to say, hey, I got to get a turnover. And that he specifically went towards that and got that turnover. And I want to say he did that last week also. So, again, this defense, it has that mindset of, hey, we need to do what we need to do to get our offense the ball back. I think the defense has that much confidence on the offense to say, hey, we get the offense the ball back, they're going to do something with it.
So Marburger threw for 263 yards. The running back, Danny, had 101 yards rushing. Tony Diaz had 121 yards receiving. And I guess the other players, the other running backs and other receivers, there's maybe 7 receivers caught a pass. Was it, I don't know how to articulate this correctly, but was it too much from individual players? Like, how do you get everybody involved, or do these things just not show up on the stat sheet?
I don't think they show up on the stat sheet, man. 'Cause I think every player, you know, you go all the way up to the NFL, you have a certain chemistry between a quarterback and a receiver, and the quarterback has that confidence within this person. I think that confidence is going to grow. And this is, again, game 2, and I think Tony Diaz gave him that confidence last week. And I think Marburger knew, if I need to go back to someone, I'm going to go back to him. Yeah. I think one other thing that we saw was Danny. Danny didn't play as much last week, but now they know this. I want to say this is their number one, and man, he played. And he played a tough game. And it wasn't easy, big, runs. There were ground and pound, and they were able to go to him and go to Tony and everybody else that was open. Marburger was making the right decision.
One of the cool things is that while he didn't play much last week, he still had a great running game last week. I mean, you still had probably 3 or 4 guys upwards of 50 yards. So we know we got the backs.
Yeah.
It's just now maybe like a 2-headed monster going in, the sky's the limit at this point. The sky's the limit now. Now the coaches have, several marbles to play and say, hey, you know what, we're gonna do this week.
Okay.
Same thing with our receiver now. So now we had a standout this past week. Hey, maybe they double team him next week.
Yeah.
And Marburger, because of the experience, is shooting darts somewhere else.
Yep. This week we go up against Langston, who is 0-2. They lost 7-55 and 24-31 in the past couple of weeks. But they've got film on us now. Maybe the first and second team really didn't have film on us. Does that mean that we got to put a guard up, or what do we expect this week going up against Langston?
I truly think you can prepare all day you want, but at the end of the day, again, it's not because they're from here. It's not because of the pride we have in our team. But at the end of the day, we do have athletes. Number 4, and I hate that I don't know my names, but number 4 of last week's game, he had a hell of a game. And this week, I'm not saying he was silenced, but what could have happened was they saw film on number 4 last week.
Xavier Nolan.
They're able to, or they're trying to take care of him. That opens up Diaz. But same thing can happen this week. Now you're going to try and take care of 2 of them. Now it's going to open up the running game. So these guys are adjusting well, and we have the athletes for those pieces. And I think Coach Bush is doing a great job kind of playing with those pieces.
Yeah, and I'm going to take it a step further and say we're back at home.
And it's hot.
We're back at home.
It's humid.
We're back at the RGV. These boys are coming back to our backyard. Yeah. So there's that 12th man. It's that 12th man feeling, because really the RGV has stepped it up. Kudos to the RGV. Everything from leading up to game day to the tailgates to in the stadium, you can just feel. That's just something else. And I'm sure that if you ask the ball players, they'll tell you the same thing.
Oh, they're excited to come back.
I think home field is going to be a huge advantage from a weather perspective. Just the crowd, never having had a D1 team here, maybe. Hopefully there's not empty seats, even though it was sold out. We can actually get people to fill those seats and get those scalpers to settle down. I know we talked about this last week, but maybe not on air. But should UTRGV be recruiting in and out of the Valley, or should be, because it's D1, just grab the best available players?
Yeah, 100%, man. You grab the best available players there is. That's it, period. And that's one criticism I think they got going into this semester is, I think we went in last year with I don't know how many Valley kids. And then when the portal opened and they got into, the nitty gritty of things, some of those Valley players had to, be pulled out and you had your better player. But at the end of the day, that's what we need to understand as people from here is that they're going to get the best that they can get, period. If you're from here, awesome, you made the team. If you're as good as the guy from, Westlake or whatever it is, but if you're the better player, that's who needs to play. I mean, it's not about making people happy.
And here's the other side to that is that now players are taking notice.
Mm-hmm.
Not only of the Vaqueros, not only of the good system that we have here, not only the new complex, but the training facilities, the new sports complex, the practice fields, and not to mention, one more time, the fans. I mean, you go to these other places, you see them on TV. I think this past attendance was 6,500 people. We double that up easy.
Yeah.
And only because that's all we can fit in there.
Yeah.
So
the rest were in the tailgate
area.
area.
Yeah. So again, I feel that that's going to be huge in recruiting. I feel that after this year, it may be easier for a coach to say, hey, you know what? You want to come down to UTRGV?
Yeah.
People are going to say, hell yeah, let's go.
Those-
Where do I
that-
sign
That
up?
place is packed.
Yep.
Any predictions for this week?
Oh, wow. Real number. I got 53-10
Oh,
UTRGV.
Yeah, I'm about right there. 60. Well, I would say about 63. 63 to maybe 14.
wow. They're going to light up the scoreboard
Well,
again.
yeah. No, I honestly think Marburger's going to light it up again. Marburger's going to be pulled out at the end of the second, maybe beginning of the third.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, 60-something
Yeah.
to next to nothing.
Yep.
Right.
Vaquero Nation, appreciate it. Till next time.